past, present and future. This missile is the backbone of U.S. Navy's air defense capability. Raytheon's Standard Missile-6, or SM-6, has sucked up most of the public's attention in recent years as it has become the most versatile surface-to-air and surface-to-surface weapon in the U.S. Navy's arsenal. Still, the older SM-2 branch of the Standard family of missiles, also sometimes referred to collectively in its newer form as the SM-2 Medium Range, SM-2MR, remains the backbone of the Navy's area air defense capability. These missiles sit in hundreds of vertical launch cells and ships' magazines around the globe, ready to defend U.S. and Allied fleets against a range of aerial threats. Although few know much about it, of the SM-2 variants that are in service now, as well as those that are planned for the future, the Block IIIB version is particularly notable. At the core of the Block IIIB variant is the basic SM-2 Block III missile, production of which had started in 1988. At that time, the Block III represented the apex of the development of the Medium-Range Standard Missile, or RIM-66, which had first begun in 1963 with the aim of replacing older RIM-2 Terrier and RIM-24 Tartar missiles. The first medium-range standard, also known as Standard Missile-1 Medium Range, SM-1MR, entered service in 1967. Between then and 1968, 4 blocks of the SM-1MR were developed, with relatively minor improvements. All of these were designated as subvariants of the RIM-66A. The first missile in the SM-2MR series, which are also designated as variants of the RIM-66, was developed primarily to complement the then new Aegis combat system in the 1970s. The SM-2 also had an upgraded semi-active radar homing seeker compared to earlier SM-1 variants. Block II SM-2MR variants began arriving in 1983, featuring new warheads and rocket motors, the latter of which expanded their range out to around 90 miles, as well as their ability to engage more maneuverable targets. The Block II subvariants also included the first missile in the series to be designed to be fired from Mk-41 Vertical Launch System, VLS, cells, as well as one for non-VLS equipped ships. In 1991, production then began of the further improved Block IIIA missile, which featured a more powerful blast fragmentation warhead. Different versions of these weapons were also made that were compatible with the older deck-mounted arm launchers, as well as the newer Mk-41 VLS. Then came the Block IIIB variant, the focus of this article, which combined the Block IIIA with a guidance package developed under the Missile Homing Improvement Program, MHIP. The complete MHIP guidance system is distinct from that on earlier SM-2S, though it still includes a semi-active radar seeker in the nose. The Navy had developed the MHIP guidance package in part for improved air and surface-launched versions of the Sparrow missile, which were designated AIM-7R and RIM-7R, respectively. The service cancelled this improved Sparrow project in 1996 over rising costs. This was done despite the largely successful completion of an operational evaluation and in spite of a plan to save money by converting older Sparrow models to new R variant configuration. In the end, the MHIP guidance system was only ever used on the Block IIIB variant of the SM-2. Unlike earlier SM-2S, this missile was designed to only be fired from the Mk-41 VLS. That weapon had been intended to serve as an anti-ballistic missile interceptor. The focus subsequently shifted to the development of the SM-3 and SM-6 variants of the Standard Missile for knocking down various types of ballistic missiles at different points of their flight. The Block IIIB's unique dual-mode guidance package makes it very capable against a wide array of targets in multiple engagement scenarios. Most of all, The infrared seeker allows for these missiles to obtain lock when engaging targets flying at very low altitudes that are beyond the line of sight of the Mk-82 guided missile radar directors and SPG-62 illuminators, 3 of which equip each Arleigh Burke-class destroyer and 4 of which are on every Ticonderoga-class cruiser. The Aegis Spy-1 radar data is sent to the missile. This information can now also come from a third-party asset, such as an E-2 Hawkeye flying overhead, as it flies out toward the target. If the target cannot be illuminated, the infrared seeker can still prosecute the target on its own. In the end, the dual-mode seeker setup doesn't just make certain engagements possible, it offers a better probability of kill overall.